All right, here we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Y'all know I am Nosy, and since we've been talking about the new moon in Aquarius, I did a whole video on it. I will attach it after we finish this live up here somewhere. Um, but because I'm nosy, I want to see some charts and see what's going on. If anybody has any questions, I'm going to do a couple of charts. And as long as my voice holds out, um, yeah, I thought I had a cold. I really think it's sinuses. Hey, Dot, because I'm starting to feel like I did in the beginning. Um, yeah, I don't think it's a cold. I think it's sinuses. I think it's allergies and then a sinus thing going on. How is everybody? Everybody okay? So I was already over it. Hey, Kathy, I was already getting through it. My voice was is better. And then this morning I woke up again with it like my nasal. There's never been a fever, there's never been just the migraine. Taking my herbs. I don't know what this is. I'm in a new area. I've never been in Oregon in the winter. I know that pollen is high right now, which is really weird because it's cold, but pollen is high. There's a lot of people that are having whatever this is, they're having it. It's all up here. So yeah, allergies are really yeah. I I that helps me like see that yeah maybe that's what it is because it's acting like allergies, but then when I wasn't feeling well, I was like, well, maybe it's a cold, right? But it's not acting like a cold. It's acting like allergies. Yeah. Doing my taxes today. So boring. So, welcome everyone. For those of you that don't know me, those of you that are in here right now know me. But those of you that don't know me, my name is Cindy. I am at Simply Cindy. I have been talking about New Moon in Aquarius. I did a live for my membership yesterday. I did tarot in there. We had a good time. Yes, Cedar Fever acts like flu. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's right. I forgot about that. I don't think we have that here. Not a lot of that. Uh, anyway, I apologize. Because I keep reading as I'm doing my intro. So we did some tarot yesterday. Did a little bit of mediumship yesterday. That's what you get when you get in my membership. I can pop on at any time, and it just kind of depends if my higher self moves me, if I feel something, if I need to talk to you guys about something, if something gets inspired, I just kind of get on there. So if you guys are interested in that, those of you that are here are already in my membership, but if you guys are interested in that, it's excuse me, only $4.99 a month. I've been working on the several projects, and today I thought, well, oh, thank you. It is so messy right now. I was trying to debate whether I should do anything with it. Thank you so much. Um, so uh, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be nosy today because y'all know I'm nosy. It can be blown in from hundreds of miles. Yeah, it makes sense. Um, so I thought, let me look at some charts because I'd like to see. You guys know we've been talking about that new moon in Aquarius. If you haven't seen that new moon video, go watch it. I let everybody know what was going on in this house of Aquarius per sign. So if you're interested in that, here comes Mercury. Today is the 25th. Yeah. Here comes Mercury, Pluto, and the Sun, which is in astrology called a cazimi, right? They have been right next to each other. There have been some things that are coming to light. Um, maybe some fears that are when the sun shines on Pluto, to me that tells me some fears come up. Um, so there may be some fears coming up, uh, I don't like this feeling, but I've learned how to sort of deal with it. That stuff could be coming up. There could be some. So also with Pluto, the sun, secrets are coming up. You can see that in the world. You can see how they're discovering things that have been hidden and underground, because that's Pluto, the underworld. With the sun shining on Pluto, uh, the sun is going to bring some light into the darkness, right? Let's get nosy and learn from each other. Exactly. That's exactly what I want to do. So I talk about in that video about all of this, right? Well, then I did it for each sign, but you guys know me, I have to go deep. So, and it wasn't like I didn't go deep. It was like, well, let's go a little bit more. So I thought, well, what if somebody has, planets here and, in this area? What if somebody has a planet in the house? What if somebody has a planet right here in Capricorn at 25 or at 29 or at 28? What if somebody has a planet over here in Leo, right? Because that's the opposition. And what if they have it over here where it's like right here, where it's a sextile, or right here, where it's a um, trine. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word. Anyway, so I was like, let me look at some charts because I want to see how this is playing out in some people's lives. And you guys may have some questions. So, with you guys, we've already kind of done that. I'm going to wait for people to show up and see if they want to do it. Unless, because you guys are my members, unless you have like a specific question, then I'll look at your chart real quick because I think I have each one of your charts. So, but if not, if somebody else wants to come forward and let me look at their chart. Ooh, I would love to. So, do you have a question, or do you want me to look at your chart? I'm pretty sure I have yours, Dot. Hold on. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, Chrissy. Dot, do I not have yours? Hold on. That's really interesting. Why don't I have yours? Is it under Dot or is it under another name? What? I'm not seeing it. Is it Dorothy? Should be under Dot. Yeah, I don't have it for some reason. That's weird. For those of you that don't know and have never seen me, Dot's been with me for a long time. That is weird. I have David, Denise, Dora, but no Dot. Or that's so weird. Huh. All right, let's fix that. That is interesting. Thank you. That is, yeah, I remember that. I remember uh, that you were from there. So, uh, it's so interesting. Let's see. December 4th. 1990 and 2:15 a.m. Okay. Okay. Whoa. Look at this huge stellium here. Wow. That's crazy. Is that the correct, that's the correct information, Dot? Polly, did you go back and look at the video? Because it's in the membership. It stays there. So you can go back and look at it unless the actual live itself did that. If it did, then let me know. Because I don't remember what I said when I'm channeling. Hey, Catherine. So, Dot, is this the correct information up here? Uh, so December 4th, 1990, and this is, yeah, Košice, right? Košice, Slovakia. And this is Placidus. So what house do you usually have? What house do you usually have, Dot? Okay. So how are the houses different? Because you're a Sag Sun. This says Sag Sun, Cancer Moon, and Libra Rising. Is that correct? It all looks the same. Apart, Sun falling into second house rather than third house. But guess it. No, it does matter. But do you use Placidus or do you use whole signs? Because I'm using Placidus. When I do videos, I do whole signs, right? But I'm using Placidus. Placidus to me is more accurate as to where the things are in comparison to you, the body, to your vibration, your energy, right? Where whole sign is like that area. Does that make sense? Okay. You think yours is Placidus? Because if it's this, it looks like it's whole signs if it would go into the second house. I'll show you. Let me see if I can. Looking to see if I can. I'm gonna do this really quickly. Does it usually look like? No, that's still third house. Huh. No, that's still third house. Sorry. You may be using another house system. Yeah. You may be using one I don't usually use. Okay. Well, if this time is correct, 2:15 a.m., right? And if this date and this is correct, this is the calculations that I'm getting. Probably it's only sun that is different, rest is the same. Okay. 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 Well, you have a huge stellium here. So if the sun was in the second house for you, it's like it will make a little bit of difference, but not much because this is at 11 degrees. Um, so what's your question? I'm just amazed that you have this stellium. Like you are very directed, very understanding. You have a lot of wisdom. And it's almost like you keep it to yourself instead of bringing it out. You know what? You're one of those people that knows a lot and is talented in a lot, like I know it's gonna sound bad. It's gonna like feed your ego. It's almost like everything you try, you're really good at, and then you've probably growing now you've probably gone through this, but growing up, it probably confused you as to what you wanted to do or be. Right? Whatever comes through for you now in this new moon. Okay. So let's look at the new moon. It is going to be January 29th. I think it is at, where are we? So it's going to be at 9 degrees. Um, right now it's at 13, but I'll take it back an hour. So they're going to be at 9 degrees, right? Yes, I'm very technical and can learn to do anything well. Yeah, it probably confused you a lot when you were a child. And you probably feel like you need to, for some reason, yeah, for some reason you'll feel like you need to work harder and you don't know enough, but that's just the North Node and your Saturn talking to each other. Like it's never enough. Even though it's really easy for you to learn stuff. Now, because you're 1990, you've probably gone through a lot of this stuff and understand yourself better. But look at this new moon. Okay, so this new moon is in this fourth house for you. And Pluto is in this fourth house for you. Did you watch my Pluto fourth house? Oh no, I haven't done that one yet. Sorry, that's my fault. I haven't done that one yet. That's actually my next one to do. Um, all right, so for you, because you have this north node, y'all should get a better person that does this stuff. Because this see, this is what I want to know because this is where I get nosy because this is in Capricorn at 22, 28 degrees. This north node is in 28 degree Capricorn, but she's going to have the uh, Pluto Mercury right conjunct with it, right? So it's influencing that north node. And actually, I've been working on the north node. I'll be releasing that in a couple days. Um, of that pull that you're getting, to like, I got to get my stuff together. I need to work harder. I'm not sure what's going on. I want to know everything about this Pluto that's going on. Did you get some relief as Pluto went over your North Node in Capricorn, right? Because you've already been dealing with this in Capricorn. Now you're going to be dealing with this in Aquarius. I think what you're going to be understanding that you don't know yet is that there is more help than you think there is, and that you don't always have to do it alone. It's actually around you, right? The fourth, hmm. So the fourth house is where you come from, your roots, and it could be that you're not used to, and maybe that's not your way to, like even think about having help. It's not even a thought when something, um, when there's a struggle, when there's a, I don't understand, when there's something like that going on for you, I'm seeing where you don't even think about getting help or asking for help or maybe asking somebody's opinion, right? Is that true? And you struggled with this in the Pluto Capricorn. Now it's an Aquarius where it's going to show you, yes, I'm used to doing everything myself. Yeah. And I don't think that you're doing it because you're like a warrior leader or you think of yourself that way, right? You don't even, the thing is I don't think you've ever had that or, right? Or share much. Yeah. It's like, I don't think you've ever had, it's not even a thought for you to like ask somebody or to even know that there are people that will gladly do it or gladly give you the information or gladly help you, right? I think it's just the way that you've been brought up in your culture because this is the fourth house, right? So in this fourth house, you've had to deal with this. I've always had to do it on my own. I this is the Saturn in here. All this is being activated, right? So all this is being activated with this new moon. I think this new moon for you is about understanding, um now that you know that you can and that it's not even a thought for you to have camaraderie, family, friends, groupings, to have your country help you, to have no, to have your country even think of you, to have your community even think of you. Like I can see you in a community and not feeling as if you're part of the community, even though you're right there in the community. Does that make sense? Yes, totally. That fits exactly. I was brought up that way. Yeah. So this is very, I'm excited for you because this is the start. This is just gonna start for you. This is good. This is so with Saturn, we work for a long time to become the expert at it, and then he gifts us like way more than I told you guys. The Saturn gift is way more than you think it's gonna be, and it's long lasting. And for you, I'm excited because you have grown up in a world for you where you were the loner or thought you had to be alone, or even if there was somebody to help you, that was never a thought. You were just raised that way. That's the way your roots, right? The way that you were raised. You are going to see in these next 19 years how, yes, you have become the expert at it, but no, you don't have to do it anymore. And you don't even have to go out and search. Saturn's going to bring that in for you. Pluto's going to bring that in for you of people around you, of doing it in a group and getting more or getting a lot done. Not more than you would have by yourself, but actually getting more done, getting further than you thought in life. Yes, I have that Chiron in 10th that I feel makes it more amplified. Yeah. And see, right now it's opposing um, that 25, 26. It's right here opposing that North Node. Yeah. But you've got, and here the Mercury, if you watch that video, this this is the start of the next 20 years. Like this house is going to be transformed. You are going to understand that just because you were raised this way and you have this culture, that you do, um, that you're going to learn to appreciate, you're going to see them for who they are, your roots, your culture, your country, your groups. You're going to see them for who they are and understand your own identity in that, and like not be ashamed, be actually happy about it, have a warm heart with it. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah, there are people and things are going to come to you. So I would, because this is a focus for you, um, and this Chiron shouldn't be, this Chiron you've already learned how to work with, right? So understand, like you'll be very clear, yeah, and you'll be able to say the things that you've never gotten to say or never thought you could say, or with this Mercury here, you're going to really understand why your roots do that, why your belief system is this way, why is my country always this way, why is my group always, why are humans always this way, why did I have to suffer for that? And then you'll see, oh, I did it because I understand it better. Mercury, which I didn't say in the video, Mercury, remember how I told you guys in the body, Mercury to me is that lining in between the left and the right hemisphere of the brain. It's the processor, right? But in mythology, it is the uh the god that can go to the underworld and then come back up and give messages. So if Mercury goes to the underworld where everything's hidden and nothing can be seen, and brings it back to the light and the start and the new, right? This is the underworld. Like Pluto is the underworld, and Mercury is the one that can take the messages and bring them to light, which means things that were hidden from your past lives, from your root and DNA, things that you didn't understand before. Mercury helps bring that to your consciousness and helps process that for you so that you can make, I want to say, an educated decision, but it's more than just an educated decision. It's a soul consciousness that you understand and want to incorporate. Does that make sense? You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. So, and it is your North Node. This is your destiny. This is your destiny. North Node, destiny, right? Fated. Doesn't matter how far we veer off, it's going to bring you right back. Fated. It's very interesting to you. It's something you've always wanted to grasp. It is going to open up for you. You have worked very hard at it because you have Saturn right there. This house is going to be transformed in the next 19 years for you. Yeah, you're going to see your life very differently. It's not like Capricorn that takes it all away, right? It's like bringing you, if you didn't have Saturn there and it wasn't your North Node, then I'd say, yeah, you got some things that you have to go through, but you've been working on this for a long time, a long time. And your South Node, remember, letting go of the old patterns is part of bringing in the new stuff. Okay. So let's see. Let me make sure that I'm saying everything that I need to say. Yeah, with this new moon. Yeah. This is very important for you. I know that there's a lot of energy in here that you've worked on all your life, but this is really important. It's time for this. So, all right. I hope that helps. Here's the thing, Dot. When I see that the Chiron in the fourth house, I mean in the 10th house with your South Node, I think part of letting go the pattern would be not to have to work so hard and be so hard on yourself. Understanding that there really are people that see you in a wonderful, gracious, abundant light, right? Sounds like an old familiar story. Yeah, well, I mean, we kind of all have stories going on. All right. Is there anybody new that's here? Can you guys be sure to share this out? I don't know why YouTube could just be me making it hard on myself. But if you guys could like and share this out, would be great. Yeah, Dot, and you've known me for a long time, so you've been working on this a long time. Like a long, you got such rewards coming in here. Are you close to your family? Oh, she said you are my favorite teacher. Thank you so much. You're one of my favorite students. Close to my mom, but the rest not really. Yeah, I can see some coming to you. I can see maybe even friends that you didn't think had a classic despotic father. Yeah. Where is that? Yeah, see that Pluto in that third house? Which you just had your Pluto returned. Ooh. Or you actually had a Pluto return, right? Yeah. No, I'm sorry, you didn't. Your Pluto's over here. That's Neptune. Mm, yeah, you have a lot of energy here. Just you probably feel like this area of your life is easier, but it's just a focus for you, and you probably wonder, I got this under control. Why do I always get things in this area of my life? Uh, yeah. All right. Is there anybody else who else would like to? Thank you. Thank you, Kathy. Guys, these sinuses are really bothering me. So what else is going on? Chrissy, have I done you before? Funny how we make, I know, isn't it? I think it's fascinating how we make ourselves. It's like it's just fascinating. It's like you knew before you came that this planet was going to be activating this area on this earth and you were going to be in that spot to have that vibration and frequency. Isn't that crazy? I've been studying since 2014 but haven't gotten the transits right. Okay. So, uh, Chrissy, have I done yours before, Chrissy? I know, isn't it crazy? And you not understand because you're so technical. It's like You had to be at that precise. It knew exactly on this day, like you knew exactly on this day that you were going to be at that place to have that frequency align with that planet that's going to help you move through your soul, right? Eagle, you channeled for me before nothing. Oh, okay. Perfect. All right, so let's do Chrissy. And Chrissy, I'm going to put you as Chrissy R, okay? So in the future, if I happen to pull up your chart, just remember that I put you as Chrissy R. Okay, so I'm going to need your, um, yeah, I'm going to need your birth information. Yeah, so I'm going to need your birth date, your birth time, and your birth location. Ooh. Hi, David. Welcome. Right, Dot? Chrissy, show us what you got. Because you know I'm nosy. December 1st. What's with all the December birthdays? Oh, 1988. Oh, for you from Houston. Nice. Let's see. That's where I'm from. Date is December 1, 1988. And your birth time is 3:56 p.m. Okay. All right. Does this look right? Yeah, I'm actually from Houston. Well, outside of Houston. But Houston's so big now. It may be Houston now. I mean, it was always big, but it's even bigger. Yeah, that's so funny, Chrissy. I didn't realize you were. Do you still live in Texas? Yeah, Polly's a Texan too. But Chrissy's a Houstonian like me. Okay, so you are a Taurus ascending or Taurus rising. I've been watching series about North American tribes and reservations lately. The beautiful and not so beautiful stuff. I found it so interesting, right? Okay, so you are a Taurus rising, a sad sun, love it, and ooh, a Virgo moon. That's funny. Because Kathy's a sad rising and a Virgo sun. So, let me look. It's funny, you made yourself a Taurus rising, yet you put focus on one, two, three. Like you were all spread out. Oh. Do you have trouble telling your opinion or truth, or have you gotten through that by now? Virgo moon and south node. Well, I've got a Virgo south node, so yeah, you're gonna have your nodal return. That's what I'm about to like. I'm gonna release that video in a day or so, maybe tomorrow. So your north node, south node is Pisces. like mine. Um, but mine's at the 27th. Yours is at 9. So you're about to have your nodal return this later this year, way later this year. You're gonna have to watch that video. Mm. Yeah, there's something, yeah, and it's trining here. This is a big thing for you, really being able to say what you want. I think you've been misunderstood a lot. And when you try, and you come from a pure heart, and people don't perceive it that way. I'm still having some of that issue when it comes to corporate things. Well, so let me say here, you have Aquarius 10th house. You're not supposed to do it like everybody else. Yes, I have. I feel like I'm 10 plus years ahead of most folks. Yeah, you're way misunderstood. And every time you try to make yourself understood, it in the past it didn't go well. You because this is retrograde. You've done this before. But you know how to have fun. Oh, you are Texas Houstonian. Oh, you know how to have a lot of fun. Good girl. You should. You're like, I don't care. I'm gonna do what I want. I'm gonna do what I want. Because that's your South Node, Moon, and Lilith, right? Oh my God, I literally just said that. I can't do and follow what everyone does. It never works. It's not supposed to. You're not supposed to do what everybody does. If you do it, let me just say from this point on that you have heard me, if you do it like everyone else, you're doing it wrong. Don't do it like everybody else. This whole group is not supposed to do it like everybody else. This whole group is like, y'all are the leaders of the world. I don't care if CNN knows or MSNBC or China or whoever. I don't care. I don't care who knows the media or not. Y'all are leaders in your communities, in your families, in your way. So show them. Don't do it like everybody else. You didn't come here to be like everybody else. Let's see. Chrissy, you would be great to go on an adventure. Yeah, she knows how to have fun. Oh, and yeah, and then it's the Virgo. Y'all, you really know how to have fun. You like your friendships long lasting, and in depth. Like you really have to have that connection with somebody to be a partner, a friend, a coworker, whatever. I've always been placed in leadership roles and have always been the odd woman in. No, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. Okay, so I'll get to start reading your natal chart. I just wanted to look at it, get in the energy of it, and then let me focus. Because y'all know my Gemini and Sag they'll come out and I start doing a whole bunch. Let me let me do this new moon so people can understand. Oh wait, there we go. Where is it? Uh, January 25th. Okay, go back a little. Back one more. No, I knew that was too far. Sorry, I'm just trying to get it right. Yeah. Oh my god, I can't get it right. I know y'all are like, what the hell is she doing? I was trying to get it right at 9 degrees, but you get the gist. Yeah. Yeah, you have to have deep, deep relationships, really deep. Um, you can get possessive though, which is not always a good thing. I've also decided to put myself out there on LinkedIn to be more visible. Been scared to do so because of past trauma. Let me see. That's interesting. Yeah, so for as far as the transit goes in relationships, so here's the thing, because you have so much here in this fifth house. I mean, this is your South Node, Moon, and Lilith. You know how to get a partner. You just have, because of past traumas, not, you don't trust yourself anymore, right? Yeah, but so your partners are here, but you got to start here in your fifth house, right? So for you, getting somebody is not even the issue. Like you could be out of the dating scene for 20 years and then just decide to start dating and you're going to get partners. I mean, you're going to get people to date like that. It's not a problem. That's not the issue. The issue is you trusting your picker. Like, am I picking the right? Am I in the right place in life to be able to attract the partner that I want? Because this is where you're going to attract them, but this is where you want them, right? In the past, uh, yeah. So you like them very headstrong. You like them very bratty. You like them very outgoing, and you like them with a lot of ego. But that is also an issue. So this is what you like, and this is what you need, right? Because I want a partner, but I have yet to meet one that I like. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so you're having this in your 10th house. Aquarius is your 10th house, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. So you're actually having it at 9th, 10th, right? This Pluto right now is in your ninth and it's going to move to your 10th. Okay. Um, so it's actually just showing you this is just the start. So for you, it's almost like you're ending, even though we've ended in Capricorn, you haven't ended some things that you needed to do in a different way in this lifetime, which is why the Aquarius part is right here at the end of the ninth house, right? It is not like overtaking the ninth house. That's Capricorn. Your ninth house is Capricorn. You have to study, you have to make sure, you have to like do the work, you have to like that like you just said, I've been studying for what'd you say? for 2 years. I don't have the transits down. Like that's your ninth house. Like you want to be the expert and you will test yourself and you will think that you haven't done enough in modalities, in astrology, tarot, uh, mediumship, any of that stuff, any modalities, like if hypnotherapy, any of those healing modalities, any of those modalities, right? So you're too hard on yourself here. You got to relax. Um, but that's part of your ninth house is to understand the Aquarius part of it. Pluto is how do I say this? Pluto teaches you your power. Okay, so you need to know you are powerful. You don't think you are as powerful as you are in this area, right? You, well, you keep thinking that you've got to work harder or do more or um, learn from five different gurus or five different uh, spiritualists or five different tarot readers or five different astrology because you think it's never enough. You think, you don't think they're not enough. You just think you're not enough, right? With Aquarius and Pluto in Aquarius, it's a new beginning for you to understand your power. And your power has been taken away in this house over the last 16 years. And you have worked through that, where maybe you didn't think you were enough. And then you attracted the people that showed you that it was taken away and you didn't get to practice this at all. Like, is that true? Um, so understanding this is the start, even though it's a start to the next story of your transformation, it's the ending of this structural thing. Does that make sense? I feel powerful at times, not all the time. Life has put foot on my neck. Yeah. It's so that this part, so this ninth house, you were born with Neptune in this ninth house, right? Let me give you an example. My husband was a Capricorn, very steady, very grounded, very all of that, right? He knew I was a medium, my late husband, right? I was the medium. I was the Neptune. I was the Piscean part. He was the grounded Capricorn part, right? And I'll never forget that he once said to me, I wish it was that easy for me. You can just look to the side and see. I have to work harder at it. That's you in the ninth house. But you have Neptune there. You were born with Neptune there. So if you focus, you actually can connect really easy to modalities. You actually can see the other side. You actually can. It's this Saturn Capricorn that wants to make you feel like it's not enough. Where my late husband couldn't even see it, tried really, really hard to see it, right? You have both. It's almost like you had me and him together, right? Does that make sense? So, with this Pluto in here teaching you, so Pluto's going to teach us all how to work in groups, how to stand in your power, how to not lean on what you think you need to lean on, right? This is coming to light for you. This, with this Mercury here, right? So you have nothing here standing in your way. Do you see that in your natal chart there, and even in opposition, right? So in opposition, all of this, I just explained that to you. All of this is South Node stuff. But for you, there are old patterns that you're ready to release. Like not working so hard, not being so hard on yourself, not being too critical, not being overly planning and overly working in this area. Does that make sense? Hey, Rebecca. Pardon me. I know, but at least you made it. If I can do David, I will. My throat is starting to I was only going to do as much as I could. So, does that make sense, Chrissy? Over these next 19 years, this new moon is going to illuminate. So, Mercury is going to help you understand what's coming up for you from what you know of how to take stuff from the ethereal and bring it um, to manifestation, to physical, using the modalities that you have. Does that make sense to you? But it's getting very clear here. Like it's already started and it's getting very clear with Mercury bringing this stuff up, right? So I would say for this new moon, focus on this stuff you got. You just have to release old patterns. You have to release, sometimes you have to understand, sometimes you're not right. Sometimes, even though you're the wounded healer, it's not for you to heal, right? I feel like my corporate life may be coming to an end so that my creative side comes out and plays. I just don't know what to do. I feel like I need the corporate to get through the creativity. Yeah, so that's the thing is you don't necessarily have to do one or the other, right? You can do both as you gradually release the corporate. Does that make sense? Like, remember, you're not supposed to do it like everybody else. Okay? You're supposed to think outside the box where your career, where you're switching gears. I won't even say career, it's just you're switching gears, right? Yeah. There's no reason why you can't do both until one just sort of fades away and you focus on the other, right? But all of that is going to be shown to you. So this is going to be hard for you. I would, in this new moon, as you're meditating and journaling, if you watch my video, go watch my video because I tell you guys what to do in the new moon. But if you're journaling, don't think of the limits. As you're envisioning yourself, as you're envisioning what you see over the next year or two, whatever, whether you just want to do it for 6 months or a month, whatever you're envisioning, don't think of it as I got to have one and not the other of anything. Like, don't limit yourself. Quit limiting yourself, right? You're in Aquarius energy. There's no limits. There's genius in here. There's enlightenment. There's a way to know. There's a way to figure it out. And it's not just the Pisces way that's ethereal. And it's not just the Capricorn way that's very grounded. It's both. That's Aquarius. Get outside of the box. Don't do it like everybody else. Don't even think like everybody else. That makes sense? I'm so emotional and have been all week. Yeah, well, there's your Pisces because you have your North Node is being activated right now by all this energy in here. See that Saturn, Venus. This Venus with the Saturn and the Pisces is like, have you nurtured yourself? That's what Saturn is asking Venus. Have you nurtured yourself? Have you taken care of you? Not, oh, you're okay and I've got to keep moving on. Have you really looked at the dreams that you want? Have you allowed yourself to be in that space? Have you given yourself some compassion? Have you forgiven yourself for the things from the past? Have you done that? That's all Saturn, Venus, Neptune. Can you forgive yourself for not having your dreams come true yet? That's Neptune, North Node, Venus, Saturn. Your destiny Have you forgiven yourself for not knowing your destiny or having accomplished your destiny, or like being so like, I don't even know which way to go? Like, you got to give yourself some compassion. You've got Virgo over here. You got a Virgo moon. You know how to give compassion and empathy to people. You got to learn how to do that for yourself. You got to not be so hard on yourself. Trust me. I'm a Virgo South Node, Pisces North Node. Okay? Yes, it's interesting because I haven't. I've been taking care of everyone else but me. Yeah. Until a Pisces North Node is take care of you. Like I told you guys the other day, my main purpose is not to help humanity. That's not my main purpose. My main purpose is to find joy and peace and happiness in this life, in the actual life, in my whole life. That's my purpose. I'm a Pisces North Node. My purpose, my destiny is to find happiness and joy in the moments of life. I've had too many lives where it was war and trauma and turmoil and overcame it. Even as, the Oracle of Delphi, even as whatever, healer I was, right? I even took those too seriously. I couldn't even enjoy those. I need to find some enjoyment. The same thing with you. Yeah. Dot says we all need to hear that. I do have to learn that. Therapy helps me with this. Good. I told my best friend last night that I have to stop trying to help everyone else and consider them before I consider myself and what I want. This is really interesting because this is the issue that Virgos have. Is that because you're naturally there to, that your energy just wants to heal everybody. You see the answer to their problem and you just want to, you don't understand why they don't see it. So I'm going to tell you this way. This is what I tell Virgo. You are the wounded healer, right? But that ego gets in the way where it thinks it needs to heal everyone. Do you understand that if you intercede in other people's healing, you are stunting their growth, their soul's growth? You're stunting it because you've just done it for them instead of them doing it and learning and experiencing it on their own. That makes sense? Sometimes what you really, because your ego gets in the way, but what you need to understand about you as a Virgo is just being in the room will help them see clearly and help align them, heal them, in a way. Now, if somebody comes and asks you, then yes, that's a different thing. They've made a choice. But for you to just because you know the answer doesn't mean you need to do the answer for them. Yes, I understand. My son and I had a conversation about this as well, constantly trying to teach when he has lessons of his own to learn. Yes. Yeah. And what this new moon, what Mercury will do right now is teach you, show you these old patterns, because your Lilith is here, right? So you do know, and you're very direct about it. You do know when people need, you do know the answers to people's questions, but it is not always up to you to give it to them. They need to go through that on their own. And you don't get to judge, you don't get to, well, you get to do whatever you want, but you don't need to all of a sudden intercede when it's not for you to be interceding. Does that make sense? And you do have a passion for it because there's your moon. But you've done this before many, 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 many times because there's your south node, right? Yeah. I didn't even look at your, I don't remember if I looked at your nodes, Dot. Yeah. So, with this, in the next 20 years, you're going to be seeing some light, and it is connected to these nodes, right? So, this house of yours, this 10th house, you're going through a transformation to understand your power, to understand and step into your power, right? To step into your authenticity, not the Miss Know It All, but into your authentic self without apologies, right? Right, exactly. Me too. I mean, myself, I'm working on the same things. She's almost the same thing, not exactly the same things that she's working on, right? She's got her nodes at the 11th and 5th, right? I have my nodes at the 7th and 1st. So, yeah. I hope this helps. Yeah. Okay. I think I can do one more. I'll do, I'm sorry, who was it? If he's not here, then I won't, then I'll just get off. But I think, I can't even remember who it was. You're so welcome, sweetheart. I hope that helps. I want you to watch that video of the new moon because that's where I tell you how to journal. Okay, David. Journal, and I want you to like see yourself in the next 6 months. See yourself. You don't have to do that. See yourself next month. How are you going to be different? What old patterns are you going to let go of? Right? Okay, David. I've never done you, right? I've never done your chart. I've never done your chart, right? Is that correct? You're so welcome. Okay. Oh, thank you, Chrissy. Thank you. She said I've been staying tuned to your videos. Thank you so much. I right now me and the algorithm are fighting. But we're not gonna be fighting soon. August 15th. Oh, Leo, right? Queens, New York. Okay. Okay. All right. And that is 708 74. Oops. No, not that one. Wait, no. I don't know how I did that. Let me try it again. 1974, 7:09 p.m. Okay. Does this look like you, David? Aquarius ascending. Ooh, you got that Lilith right there. So your Aquarius ascending, a Leo sun, wow, and a Cancer. Moon, North Node, Sagittarius. Huh. This is so interesting. It's like you know, but with your fears, you won't do it. Are you a Leo that doesn't relax? Because I'm seeing this North Node Sag that really wants you to have adventure, really wants you to go in deep with some subjects. Yeah. And then that Gemini South Node, it's almost like you're too comfortable surface level and you're not willing to go deep. And I think it's some of it's fear. But here's the thing, at the Aquarius side of you, it knows a lot. There's a genius in there for you. I mean, you are a genius, right? So you know this, you would never tell this to anybody. But your Leo side knows that it should be telling it to everybody, right? Does that make sense? You test. You test a lot of people. It's not even people, you test things. Yeah, you test everything before you're gonna let it close. I know, Leo Sun, Aqua Rising. There's a battle going on in there daily. And then that Cancer is like, it has to come soothe everybody. Y'all calm down. It's okay. I'll test it and make sure. Yeah. Uh-uh. It's like you won't relax. You won't allow yourself, and this is reminding me of my South Node. You won't allow yourself to let go. You just won't allow it. You fight it. And even though you think you've allowed it, you won't. You haven't. Where's your Chiron? Oh yeah. Chiron Aries, second house. A lot of us have Chiron Aries. In different houses. I have mine in the second house as well. Your value system is questioned constantly. Okay. Let me get out of that. I just wanted to get in your energy. Because for those of you that don't know, I'm a medium. So I read charts very differently. I read astrology very differently. You're not going to find someone like me. Except for you found me. Okay. Let me look. Okay, so I don't know, David, if you have seen my other video. I just put out a video day before yesterday, I think is what it was, of the new moon in Aquarius. This is really important for you because you are Aquarius ascending. And you're like me, Pluto is working in that 12th house right now. Uh, so there's some of us Aquarians that have Pluto in our 12th house instead of our first house. It's going to go in our first house over the next 20 years, but for right now, it's in our 12th house. Didn't see it yet, but will today. Okay. I need to tell you this about your natal Pluto, which means that's the Pluto you were born with, right? And I'm doing a Pluto, I have a Pluto series I have not finished. Um, that's for your natal Pluto, and it's got the transit in there, but I'm going to tell you about your transit because this is really important for you. For all of us that have Pluto in the 12th house. So this is what you were born with, right? You were born where Lilith is right there on your ascending. You are an Aquarius 10 degrees, right? I'm an Aquarius 25 degrees. So you are going to have less of this 12th house than I having in Aquarius, right? So that's why I want to tell you with Pluto in your 12th house, it is about you understanding self-preservation and self-sacrifice and the balance of that. There have been too many times when you Leo'd it out and you sacrificed way too much. And then you would come and Aquarius it out and you self preserve too much and you don't give anything to the world, right? So Pluto's teaching you in this house has been with Capricorn. It tore down a lot of structures. It brought to light people that were not for you, maybe um, lying, cheating, all of that stuff, all of that. Like it was bringing that out. It was showing you the hardcore reality of what you thought was your life and it was okay and it wasn't. Like you had ignored red flags because you were you were the Leo and you loved them, or you were the Aquarius and you're smart enough to know better, right. That, well, it was breaking that down in here. You've had it rough. You've had it rough over the last probably 10 years. Yeah, 10 years. But now, because you've worked on your structure, this is going to show you, okay, now that you know better about the people around you and you're attracting the right people, because have you even come out yet? Have you even come out into society yet? I'm saying, I realize what that sentence was, but it wasn't that. Aquarians distanced themselves and we detached for a while. Okay. I can feel where Aquarians are finally attaching to society again. That was my question. Okay. Yeah, it's taken a while for you. Because you've been through a lot, right? And so you're an Aquarius, you get to decide. This is your era, this is your season, this is your energy, right? And you get to decide, am I going to help them or not? Am I going to show the world what I know or not? Am I going to be a part of this or not? Right? The last 60 days, good. Yeah, it's close. You're still, but as you're coming out slowly, just know this is where Pluto is, um, and this Mercury. This is where Pluto is showing you. Uh, Remember, we don't want to make those past patterns. You know better now. You're more aware of yourself now, but I need you to practice in it. So as you're coming out, as you're engaging with society again, as you're helping people again, as you're starting to socialize a little bit more, right? Um, just remember you're practicing right now, right? Because again, self-preservation, self-sacrifice. You went way one side and then you went way the other in Capricorn, which is physical. Like it wasn't like a emotional Scorpio or Cancer, um, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, where if you lost something, not everybody saw it and you just felt it deeply. No, you not only felt it deeply, it showed. Like you lost things, you lost people, right? So it was a hard lesson that you've learned. So, of course, you have a little bit of PTSD and you're like wondering, right? I think you're ready. Just know that for you, this new moon, see how this new moon is happening in your first house, but it is, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's actually right on your first house, right on your Lilith. But it is influencing. So there is something that you have learned from here, that you are learning from here, from this 12th house, the underworld, the connection to all, the connection to your higher self. Mercury is going to bring that out. Probably has started already. You've gotten some like clues. Maybe you're dreaming. Uh, you know how you Aquarians go into that. Well, we all do because I'm Aquarian. We go into that space where we can see the future. We can see the paths. Like you may have seen something clear up for you because Mercury is bringing those messages from what you've learned. You're going to, this is the start of you really defining who you want to be in this life. Because you know you're all. You just naturally know this being Aquarius. You know you're part of the all. You know you are the all. You know you're God, right? I mean, you're Leo. Well, yeah, you know you're God. But and that's not in an egotistical way, it's just a knowing, right? The issue is learning what you want to be here right now in this lifetime, right? So there is going to be something coming to light in these next couple of days. If it hasn't already, if you aren't already dreaming, pay attention to that. Watch that video. But this is where you get to decide, like I've been saying lately, do you want to help people? Do you want to socialize again all the way, or do you want to kind of sort of halfway for right now? And that's okay. Like, just journal, think about, envision, do that thing where you get into that space and understand that you get to make the choices. You do, right? This energy is Aquarian energy, so it's going to be easier for you to do things. And you got so much transformation coming in here because we've got other things happening. Your Lilith, your past mistakes, I don't think they were mistakes. So, if anything, your Lilith will sometimes get in the way and thinks it knows better. Uh, and then that caused you to fall. But just know that it was all planned out anyway for you. You planned this out. I hope that makes sense. You planned this out. That ego got hurt. You've been licking your wounds, but you did go through a lot of trauma. Um, and now you're going to be where you hadn't seen it clearly. You're about to see it clearly. That makes sense. Okay. I gave up on helping, but I see I have done something. Yeah. And maybe you just, I mean, you can be in Aquarius and be like, I'm only helping every 3 years. That's fine. That's fine. You get to do what you want to do. You get to be what you want to be. Being the all, being part of the all, you can't be all of it here. There's a certain, we put on the meat suit. There's a certain characteristic that you want to portray in this lifetime for the growth in your soul that it wants in this lifetime, right? So it would not do you any good to be a Roman soldier in this time. It's not the same growth. There's a David Breland, is it Breland or Breland? There's a David that's trying to form or trying to incorporate the other aspects of you that you've learned from other lives and leaving some of those other traits behind to bring it all together. That makes sense? Okay. I hope that helps. I want you to really like focus into all that. And I'm telling you, you're going to get messages if you haven't already. And you're not doing it the wrong way. You're not. You're actually doing it. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. You are. You'll see it. You'll see that. All right, guys. It does. How can I get more services from you? So you can, I always forget to do this. You can email me at yourpath39@gmail. You're welcome, David. And just email me, remind me who you are, and then I'll send you a list of my services and their fees. Thank you. I appreciate it. It helped me pay my stuff too. Well, David, as a fellow Aquarian, we're going to get to the space where we don't need all that other BS, okay? But they kind of need us right now. So, yeah. Kathy or Eagle or Polly, if somebody can put my email down, yeah, because I can't type on this thing. If y'all could put my email down, thank you, Kathy. Yeah, I'm at yourpath39 at Gmail. Thank you for letting me read your chart, David, in front of everyone. I appreciate it. Yeah, they do. I appreciate it. Um, Thank you also, Dot. Thank you for sharing with the world. Just doing this, David, you help share with the world, right? Because there are other, as Aquarians, there are other ones that are they're like looking behind the scene, but don't want to like show themselves out. And see, we just showed them a little bit, you and me. I need to book a coffee time with you too very soon. Can't wait. Yes. Yeah, we do, Dot, actually. Anyway, all right, guys, I'm gonna get going. I've got more videos to do and work to do. And I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning. So I gotta go eat. I gotta go hug my grandbaby. Thank you guys for letting me do this in front of everyone. I really appreciate it. It does help people. So I will see you guys on the next one. Have a great weekend. Love you, love you, love you. Bye.